This interview is being brought to you by BabyFightGear.com. Baby Fight Gear is dedicated to providing a single source for children's mixed martial arts. Inspired clothing, the softer side of tough sports. Our clothing is available in sizes newborn to toddler. Hey guys, it's Mark Anderson of LateNightMMA.com coming at you. Just wanted to talk a little bit about this interview I did last night with Charlie Brenneman. Charlie has a fight coming up with Kyle Noak at UFC 152, but I want to talk about the leading questions and the backstory on why I asked these questions leading into the interview here. So we have to go back in time to late August when UFC 151 was canceled because Bones Jones wouldn't take the fight against Chael Sonnen. After that all went down, Charlie Brenneman took to Twitter and laid in some shots on John Jones. One of the tweets said, "You can send my check to P.O. Box 198A, New Jersey. My rent is due the 1st, so preferably by then. Thanks." And, so those were some shots at John Jones. So I basically kicked this interview off by asking Charlie Brenneman about everything, and we go from there. Check it out. Okay, guys, and we're being joined by Charlie Brenneman on the phone. How's it going, man?
Going pretty well. Just enjoying Sunday night football.
Nice, man, nice. Let's just get started off talking about your John Jones tweets. A lot of talk in the MMA world about that, getting a lot of publicity, man.
Yeah, it was just something that, popped into my head. I tweeted it and, it kind of took on a life of its own after that.
I personally was pretty pissed. I was flying out to UFC 151 to do some interviews, and that all got screwed up. Do you still blame John Jones? Do you think the majority of the blame should go on him, or is it the UFC has a part in it as well?
I don't know if I've ever really assigned complete blame.
Right.
I just know that his decision then led to the event being canceled. And a lot of people are saying blame the UFC. Yeah, they made a decision based on the decision of their champion, so I don't think the UFC would have had to make that call where they're not put in that situation. So, I never really directed any blame at them, to be honest.
Okay, man, let's talk a little bit about Kyle Noak here. What's your opinion on his skill set?
He's pretty well-rounded. He's not exceptional at anything, to be honest. He's I would probably say you could, quantify him as a kickboxer, but at the same time, he's got pretty slick jiu-jitsu off his back. So, he's a pretty well-rounded opponent. He's coming down a weight class, so he's probably going to, be a bigger welterweight. But, he all around he's a good guy, and I'm looking to exploit some of his weaknesses, to be honest.
It's a good thing, you were able to get this fight 3 or 4 weeks down the line. Some of these guys are now having to wait till December. How bad would that have sucked?
Yeah, that would have been really bad, to be honest. And you're right, I am very lucky. So, I don't know if that was more my manager or Joe Silva, but whoever it was, I'm very grateful to be on this card. It really only put me back 3 weeks, and that's not a big deal in the grand scheme of things.
Okay, and what about your training? Did you take a break once you found out about the whole Jones UFC 151 being canceled, or did you just stick right at it?
Not really. I took like a day or two off, but yeah, I pretty much stuck at it. I changed it up a little bit and took off a little of the contact that following week once it was changed, but yeah, nothing really big. No big changes.
Okay, man, and speaking of changes, are you still working with the same guys, or did you change anything up for this fight camp?
Everything's, pretty much the same, training here at AMA, and then doing some of my jiu-jitsu in at Renzo Gracie's in New York. So, between those two gyms, I'm getting a heck of a show from my training partners.
Okay, so let's just talk about your corner for this fight. Any changes there?
No, I guess a little bit. I always have my head trainer, Mike Constantino. My brother's always there. And I in one of my training partners, and I never really had a body there with me to work out with through the week. I just roll around with my brother or Mike. And I kind of saw the value last fight during fight week of having one of my actual training partners there for more of a realistic feel. So he'll be with me this fight.
Oh yeah, a lot of fighters talk about Hell Week. So when did your Hell Week finish up, and what goes on this last week? Is it just relaxation?
Yeah, I mean, I don't really have a hell week. I don't know. I hear some stories of some of the gyms, but I just we go hard pretty much all the time. There's little peaks and valleys, but I'm pretty steady with that. Went hard. Well, I guess I went last really hard one was Friday. This morning I had a relatively hard sparring session, but they're aware that I have a fight on Saturday, so it wasn't too crazy. I'll get some BJJ in tomorrow, and then some hard cardio Tuesday, and kind of go through the motions Wednesday, Thursday, and make weight Friday.
Okay, man, good stuff. When will you be heading out to Toronto?
We leave Tuesday afternoon.
Have you ever fought in Canada before?
No, I've actually never been to Canada. I've been a lot of places in the world, but I've never been to Canada, so I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, for sure, man. That should be pretty exciting. I've been shocked with a lot of the top-level guys in the UFC not willing to take certain fights. Are you surprised by that?
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of weird. It's two-sided. I never say, take a fight no matter what. But, I mean, the fights that have been turned down, at least from my perspective, they don't appear to be fights that should have been turned down. Maybe they have their reasons, within their camp and stuff. But, I mean, if you're being given a shot, you're not going to be given that shot all the time. So it is a little surprising.
Final question here. Give me a prediction on your fight.
I heard one of my training partners say it the other day, and then I just read someone tweeted me today about a rear naked choke. So you know what? I'm gonna say I'm gonna win by a rear naked choke, late second round or into the third round.
Awesome, man. Any sponsors you want to throw out there, or just throw out your Twitter or Facebook?
Yeah, all the sponsors are coming in. There's so many of them that I don't want to miss any. So I'll just say check everything out at charlie-brenneman.com, at Spaniard MMA on Twitter, and Charlie the Spaniard Brenneman fan page on Facebook. I have links to all my sponsors.
Good stuff, Charlie. Hope your team wins tonight.
Thanks, man. I actually don't know if the Steelers won this afternoon or not. I left at halftime, so I got to check that one out.
Okay, bro. Thanks for doing this.
No problem, buddy. Have a good one.